take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Astrology for Mystics with Jenn. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure and hit that thumbs up. Come on, guys, get that algorithm out. And when the video is over, leave your comments. Let's talk. Let's talk about Nancy Guthrie because we haven't talked about Nancy in quite a minute. Just been waiting on the 6th to come. The last live that we had where we were talking about Nancy and her map and the astrology. We were talking about the 6th and what the 6th was going to bring. We knew that Savannah was going to be going back to the Today Show. Wasn't sure if the energy that we were reading, that we were seeing, would have anything at all to do with that. And it did, but it didn't, because TMZ received two new ransom emails, and everybody's trying to figure out if they're real, if they're not. Guys, I've already got Sonora, Mexico on the map. I've already placed it. I placed Sonora on the map right after I created it, right after I found out about Charles Guthrie, because that's where he croaked. That's where he passed away, allegedly from a heart attack. Okay. So, y'all, I can't wait to show you this. I can't wait to show you this because I know that you don't remember that Dominic and Utah share a certain degree. So when I see Utah, I know that we are connecting also with Dominic because there's a certain degree that they both share. And when I show you the different charts and connect the different degrees, and then I show you the map, you're going to understand why it is that maps work. The way that I read astrology works. I can't tell you how many times people have asked me, especially investigators, well, how did you know? Well, nobody else knew that. Well, how did I know? And the only way that I'm really knowing now is that you are confirming. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. I'm just speculating that this is the way that the energy is interacting. Okay. So, hello, Jackie, Jill, Michelle, Jeff, Smack Talker, Seth. Good to see you guys. Good to see ya. Thank you guys for joining as we discuss Nancy and the map and the astrology, because this is where we can definitely investigate in another way. Another way. That's the way, I do it. That's the way I investigate. And I'm just waiting. A lot of times I just wait for people to catch up. It could be a year or 2, 3, 4. Who knows? Just waiting. Just wait. Tick tock, tick tock. Just waiting for people to catch up. Hey, Hope. Good to see you, girl. All right. So without further ado, let's For you guys that don't know that it's been mentioned about Sonora, Mexico, I'm going to play the video just really quick with Brian Enton, okay? We're going to just listen to Brian just for a second, and then I'm going to show you the astrology in the map, okay? I was thinking about bringing Ashley Banfield up to say the same thing, but y'all can watch it. We are going to look at the astrology, okay? All right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's see what Brian's got to say.
I really appreciate all of your support. Please click to subscribe. I am, of course, continuing to cover the Nancy Guthrie mystery. It is now day 66 since Nancy Guthrie literally just vanished out of her home outside Tucson, Arizona. I'm going to focus in this episode on what I have learned about the ransom notes, and not only the new ransom notes that I told you about yesterday that came to TMZ, and there are actually two of them. There's one that came in the morning yesterday, and there was another one that came in the afternoon, and they are apparently from the same person. But I'm also going to go back and talk to you about some of the previous ransom notes from early on and why it seems Savannah Guthrie believes that two of those ransom notes from early on are in fact perhaps are real. But first, let me get to the latest on these TMZ ransom notes. And there are some new details that I learned today that I didn't know about yesterday when we first learned that these new ransom notes or alleged ransom notes came to TMZ. So TMZ says that they have gotten more than a half a dozen emails from this same person who sent these notes yesterday, emails in the past claiming to have information about Nancy Guthrie. The person claims to know who the kidnappers are. And something I want to point out is Harvey Levin, when he was talking about the notes, and he's obviously seen the notes for himself, he says that the person used kidnappers plural. So there's more than one kidnapper, according to whoever is writing these notes. They claim to know where Nancy Guthrie is. And Harvey Levin said that they had not gotten a note in a month from this person, but then again got two notes yesterday, one in the morning and one that came yesterday in the afternoon. That would, of course, be Los Angeles time. TMZ is based in LA. The note said that Nancy Guthrie is in Sonora, Mexico, and that she is not alive. Sonora, Mexico, of course, is the area right on the other side of the border from where Tucson, Arizona is. Tucson, Arizona, so it's very, very close to Mexico, obviously. The note reportedly said, quote, "I saw her alive with them in the state of Sonora, Mexico." And again, it's interesting that it says with them, indicating that if this is true, the kidnappers would be plural, more than one kidnapper. This person.
So, Sonora, Mexico. Sonora, Mexico. That's where I already have it on the map. So, I want to show you guys. I'm going to remove this and share my entire screen with you guys because I'm going to be moving back and forth from the astrology charts to the map because this is what I do. All right. This is what I do, guys. This is what I do. So let's look at her map real quick. Okay. So here is Sonora. I already had that on the map. And this is also Sonora. Okay. So we've got Sonora, Mexico. It's pretty big. This is the capital. And this is where Charles Guthrie allegedly had a heart attack. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about both places on the map. I'm going to be talking about this place and this place. So let's just go down into the lines here because the black, if you're new to the channel, the black on Nancy's map is the FBI. Wisdom with communications, 2. 2. Can't make it up, guys. So for the FBI, this is where there's a lot of wisdom. This is a 19 in Virgo degree, a 19 Virgo. But it is squaring Hygeia in Gemini. So if it's squaring Hygeia in Gemini, That means that it is squaring going this way. Up, Phelps Dodge. Oh, Phelps Dodge? Well, Phelps Dodge, again, that is where Charles Guthrie, he was in the region while working as a mining engineer and executive for Phelps Dodge, a Phoenix-based copper mining company. But Phelps Dodge is located in other places as well. Okay. So we are going this way with the communications. There's White Sands Missile Range, and we can just keep on going. And we can see that I have Quantico. So this is Quantico. This is the challenge for the FBI. So we got Quantico. And then we also have the Coalition for the Homeless. We have Bill Clinton's press secretary, Joe Lockhart. And we have another person that is connected to William Hubie, which is Kayla Day's boyfriend. Okay. And if you don't know who those people are, I don't know what to tell you other than Kayla Day is, let me see, there it is. There it is, right there. Fonzie used to live here. Let's see. Who else do we have? Another rental for Ryan McDaniel. Ryan McDaniel used to rent the property next door of Nancy's from another mining engineer who is Peter, Gary Triano. Okay, so let's go back down. Let's go back down to Mexico, not lose sight of what we're doing here. Next to Sonora, Mexico, we have the natal. This is the natal north node. So there's a fate here. There is a fate here. We are only talking about Sonora right now, okay? Because we've got to go over the map with the latest news, the latest breaking news. So this is where there's a fate here with Annie and with her mother, Nancy. This is where the fate is also about timing. It's about money. It's about values. It's about the earth. So it's about mining. Here's Tommaso. This is where he is magnetized. But there's challenges with this magnetism that Tommaso has. So Mr. Tommy and the things that he hides is coming here. And then the missing event shows the south node. We've been here before. Okay, we've been here before. Nancy has. Now let's go over here to where this is where Nancy's husband, Charles, allegedly had a heart attack. Okay. And this is a prominent line for Nancy. And the reason why it's prominent is because her Neptune in Virgo is a critical degree. It's a 29 anaretic degree. And this Neptune in Virgo connects to Israel. And it's things that we don't see with her health and long travels with the flame of life that is on this angle. This is where her husband passed away. And there's the FBI. The 11th house of groups with the FBI brings in a lot of attention on this angle, especially with Border Patrol, parks, schools, government related, definitely worthy of investigation here. But let me show you something. Where the FBI rises is a 25 degree. Or are they rising here? Hold on. Or are they rising? Right here. This is where they are rising with the missing event. And I want to talk about this because this is the arrest worthy. Okay. So we're going west of Sonora. We're going west. Let me go back down so y'all can see. So this is Sonora. This is where her husband died. But this right here is what was in transit with the FBI. Let me show you. Let me show you. This is so. I was wondering how this was going to work itself out. But look, this 2542. Okay. Hey, Marianne, Jackie, Reno. Good to see you guys. Let's check this out. Okay. So this 2542, this is exactly where the FBI rises with justice. They're rising with justice on this day, all day. Okay. All day. This 2542 is magnetized. Zeus is magnetized to the FBI. Now, watch this. That 2542 is right here on the map. That's what I was just showing you right here. This one right here. This is where they rise with contracts. And so, if I were to go up here and keep going, I want you to see that on this line is where there used to be, or still is possibly, an address for William Hubie, the absconder that knows Luke, that knows Kayla Day, that knows all of them. He's an absconder. He's on the run. So we have two old addresses for William right here. I mean, we could still, keep going up. We could keep going up to see what it is. We've looked at this, but we're looking at it again. There's the Kennedy Park. We've got apartments of where one of the offenders could be living. There's a Denny's where Kayla could be working. I'm not sure. Here's a mineral showcase. Mineral showcase. I do have mineral stores on this map too. We got the American Mobility. We got the Circle K. Remember the Circle K? That's where the missing event. Zeus was coming here. There was a magnetism with the Secret Service here. And the Secret Service, it's interesting to look at them with this day as well, because the Secret Service has a 1357 in their chart. Well, that 1357 is a weight. There's a weight. So not only is the FBI showing up, but so is the Secret Service. It's a huge weight on them with things of the past, with two people, with communications, and the home. The home. Could that be Nancy's home? It could be any home. Depends. Depends. Let me show you this. We have Arizona. Okay. Arizona's on the left. This same time period, this is at 12 noon on the 6th of April. Now, watch this. The 2734 times 2, okay, so this is in the first house of Arizona's chart. So 2734, that's their co-ascendant. And then their co-descendant is here in the 7th house of relationships and partnerships. That 2734 times 2, right? The Gemini and the Sag is exactly where Mars is, 2734. Mars in the 9th house, about long travels, about an international, about universities, about courts, all of that. This 2734, they have information that is coming in. Okay, so Arizona is receiving information. When it was at a 2704, that's probably when they would have received the note. because the Pluto is saying, oh, she's no longer with us. I can show you her body. Okay. Because the Pluto is about death, it's about rebirth. So, oh, yeah, I can show you where she's at. There's more than one person, it's them. Okay. So Mars would have gotten there first, and then Mars came here pretty quickly after. So that's definitely something that is worthy of noting. And I'm not even done. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started, guys. Because I'm going to go back and forth and I'm going to show you something. This is where shit just gets real, real quick. So let's look at Nancy's chart, because Nancy, no matter what time she's born, she has no matter what time you're born, you have certain connections that are going to be showing up for people like me that are trying to investigate. If you were to be missing, I'm going to be looking at some of these non movers. It's not going to move in degree because I'm looking for exact degrees. This 213 is about a transformation with children. It's about transformation with public, with teachers, with education, with schools, all of that. This 213 is a transformation of health in the public eye. And so that 213 in Leo, well, it was opposing a relationship at noon. That's why I've got it at noon right here, because that is when she is having a relationship that is opposing her. What does that mean? It means that all of this attention and this relationship with the Bitcoin, with groups, with relationships, it is possibly telling us that it's BS, that she's not dead. That could be that. It could be that she's not dead. Because I have proposed that she may not be. I have proposed. And I'm going to show you why. Watch this. Watch this. Right here at 12 noon, we have other people in this chart, okay? This 1919 is Ghislaine Maxwell. The fate has just left her boo-boo, Epstein, because the South Node is where he's been. It's on his magnetism. This Mercury is her. So I can already tell that she and him are in transit. This 844 is Michael Feldman, Mike Feldman. Let me show you. Let me just show you Michael. Let me show you Mike. Because you're going to understand why I think you'll understand why I'm, skeptical. Mike's lunar nodes of fate are possibly an 844. Okay. No matter, Venus and Ceres are at that 844 at noon. So there's a fate that has taken place. And Hygeia at a 7 is coming to the Chiron. This is with war. There's a lot of warring here with this fate that has just come over Mike Feldman the day that his wife goes back to work and the day that there is two people mentioned, at least two. There are many connections. There are many connections. There always is. So many connections. But I can make them pretty quickly because I have memorized a lot of these people's charts, like Dominic. So we've got Mike Feldman showing up. We've got Arizona. We have a relationship that is opposing Nancy. We have the magnetism with the ascendant of the FBI. We got a huge weight on the Secret Service. And then there is a vertex. There's an intense experience that is happening at 12 noon with Israel, with Trump, with Mexico, because they all three share the 344 degree. And it's intense. So, the other thing that is also showing up that's worthy of discussion is Colorado. Colorado is showing up here. Utah is showing up, probably with the Ted Bundy stuff, but this 1701, well, that's Dominic. That's Dominic, guys. This is Dominic. We're going to look at William Hubie. It could be something more simple, you know. Dominic has a magnetism that is a 1710, and that is where there is divine justice with Mike Feldman. There is a divine justice that comes in the future with groups with the magnetism of Dominic. Let me show you. Because Dominic is showing up with the wisdom. He is the wisdom holder. Why is he the wisdom holder of this day? When this is coming to TMZ. Why is he the wisdom holder? Because no matter what time he's born, he has a 1701 and a 1710. Look at that. Here is the magnetism that is connecting to Mike Feldman. Here is the 1701 that is connecting to Utah with a lot of attention. He is the wisdom holder with other people's money. Other people's money, because this is the investigation. This is other people's money. This is debt. Okay. This is death. And he is the wisdom holder. Boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Dominic, what is going on? And I can tell you something. I don't know what time he's born, but this Jupiter at a 2604, that is exactly where Chiron is coming to. So his Jupiter in Gemini is either a 2602 or it's a 2604. 2602. So Chiron is coming there. Chiron is there. And is going to make contact. He's going to activate the communications with the law, courts, attorneys, the DA. There is something here. Look at this. Saturn is at a 615 at noon. Well, there's a breakup that takes place with authority, and it has to do with money and evidence. So he is showing up pretty good. You know, he's showing up pretty big in this chart. Canada is also showing up. I mean, there's still a major breakup with Trump and Canada, Trump and a lot of disordered aggression, a lot of darkness that he has. But if I just take this and go, okay, there's a relationship that is opposing Nancy, and Dominic, is the wisdom holder. He is the Poseidon. He is holding the wisdom. And if we look at this relationship, it's in a good standing with Uranus. Okay. So it's in a good standing with the critical money. We are reaching out to get other people's money. We are reaching out. There's a shakeup. There's an email about money, and there it is. So it's in a good standing. This relationship is in a good standing here. Yep. It's in a good standing. But it's challenging, majorly challenging the doctor, the physician, Apollo, that is right here at a 713. So Apollo, the physician who brings enlightenment about death, is being challenged with this opposition. So yes, I am reluctant to believe any of this. I'm reluctant. And what's happening? Okay. What is happening is Dominic is being opposed. This 2623 is coming to this 2654, to a Saturn. And when it does, the justice system is going to oppose him. His work, I don't know where he works. I don't know what he's doing, but he's got a major opposition with the divine justice. So let's look at this 2654, when it's going to get there, and let's go ahead and write that down. Maybe it's right now, maybe it's not. Maybe it's tomorrow. Let's see. 2654. So let's go back. This is going to be tomorrow. This is tomorrow at 3 a.m. And this is when the wisdom is going to get transferred to the FBI. That's right, to the FBI, because they have a 1700 in their chart. So this 2654 is going to come at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Check this out. So by 3 a.m., I'm just wondering what's going to happen, because he's going to be opposed. He is being opposed by the CIA. I can see them showing up. I can see a lot of stuff happening here. By 3 a.m., it's pretty intense. Saturn is going to oppose him. Watch this. So the FBI, the reason why I'm saying that the FBI has the wisdom, they're going to be holding the wisdom when he has this opposition, when Dominic has this opposition, is because they have a 1700. So it's about things of the past. It's about things of the past with a past offender, somebody that has been in jail before. This 1700 is where the FBI is going to be the wisdom holder. They're going to know. And remember, the FBI connects to Tommaso with the 412. That was in transit when Nancy went missing. Remember? It was in transit for a long time. Jupiter is going to come at a 1622 and completely transform the FBI with these communications. And they're going to go far. This is in the 9th house. So this could be about it could be about Mexico. Now, speaking of Mexico, let's shift gears for a second, because I want to show you something else. Okay. I got to show you something else. And I'm moving pretty quickly. I'm missing a lot of things, but I don't want to confuse you too much. Watch this. Speaking of Mexico, let's look at Dominic and his connection with Mexico, because this is important. And then we're going to look at Savannah. Okay. So Mexico, it's very interesting that they have a 419. Remember that I said that they had the 344 that connects to Israel, connects to Trump and Mexico. That was intense at noon yesterday. Well, Nancy Guthrie has a 419 that she connects with Hillary Clinton and Mexico. There is a lot of warring that she has with Hillary and Mexico. She has a lot of warring with Hillary Clinton and Mexico. Nancy Guthrie. Okay. And I mean that with everything that I have. She has a warring with both of them. There is a lot of attention with Hillary and Nancy, with groups and Mexico, and how they bring in money, especially when it comes to children and the trafficking, that goes on. So Saturn by noon, had already come and set on Mexico's 7th house of relationships, South Node, with relationships where they've been before, with relationships like Mr. Guthrie. Charles Guthrie died in Mexico. Okay. So Dominic, his connection to Mexico is in 1804. 1804. That is his Neptune. His Neptune is in 1804. And that's where the flame of life is shown. The flame of life, it comes and it goes. It gets ignited and then it goes out. The flame of life, this is where we are looking at things of the past with Dominic and his connection with Mexico. Y'all following me? Are y'all with me? Hey, Shauna, good to see you. Dominic is a teacher. Where is he a teacher at, Hope? Do you know? Where is Dominic a teacher at? Where does he work? Because we definitely need to put where he works as a teacher because things are going to be going down. This is what he doesn't see. And this is international. Okay. This Sagittarius is international. It's international. We're going far. And this 1804 is where he connects to Mexico. Now let me show you Savannah. Because Savannah also connects to Mexico, and she should. Her father passed away there, so she should. Here is her connection. This 652. It's her north node. Her north lunar node is a 652. And that is where she is fated with groups in Mexico. Groups in Mexico. Online networking in Mexico. And it's in the 5th house with kids, with creativity, with teachers, with education. Okay, so there is a reason why we have got to start learning how to connect, not just from sign to sign, and this one is square and that one. And no, we got to layer it, unfold the meanings with the astrology. Just an elementary school in Tucson. Yeah. Well, that stinks because if we could find that, we could put it on the map, all caps delicious. So she has a 922 somewhere around there in the 920s. Savannah does. Interesting, isn't it, that she would have these nines, these 920s, this nine, whatever. And when we look on April 8th, there's going to be a lot of energy going to it, and it's got to have to do with money. So that's tomorrow. And it's going to be early in the morning. Early in the morning. Of course, that may have, to do with assets. It may have to do with other things, but this is what I'm seeing for Dominic, the FBI. Now, let's switch to Tommaso's chart because we need to. We need to. I already know that Hillary Clinton's showing up. I already know that there's a weight coming over all of them. I mean, I just can't say for a fact that this isn't some kind of weird cover up. Weird cover up, weird shit. So watch this. Okay, so this is Tommaso at noon yesterday. This is him. I don't know exactly what time he's born, but I do know, okay? I do know that the weight with a lot of warring at home is coming to him. And I do know that he is going to be shaken up big time with Uranus, with the fate of where he's been, and he is going to learn something right after that fated encounter. And he's going to be shaken up with where he's been. That's a 29-degree. So if I were to play the tape all the way through with this south node, this north node, and we look at the nodes on the map, we can definitely see where we're going to be at as Uranus comes to that 2941. And let me tell you when it does. So now we have the 8th. Let me write it down. So we have the 8th. That's Dominic. Early in the morning. And then we're going to have a shakeup for Tommaso. That's going to come. Saturn is already opposing him. Saturn at a 615. Well, it's already going to be opposing him with that 628. The 628 goes to New Mexico. Okay. It goes to New Mexico. I already know. So this 615 is going to be, it's coming to a 628. And when it does, it's going to oppose him. It's going to oppose relationships, the law enforcement, contracts, and the death. He definitely connects here with Israel. But let me tell you something. There is so much that we still have to go through. It's not even funny. So let's look at this, the 2941, because that's what we want to see when this is going to take place. Baby. 2941. Oh, am I going to days? Yeah, here we go. 2941. Let's mark it on your calendar. It's going to be April 20th. Oh, dang. We must be in another time zone because this is coming. It'll be in or by the 19th. Let me see. And look, we're going to come back into Colorado. That's a 352. It's going to come back to the 353 with Colorado. Yeah. Okay. So, and then this 1407, it's coming to the 1408 with Arizona. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what else. So the lunar nodes have already come down in degree over the 628 the day before on the 18th. The Michael Feldman is in transit. Okay, so let's mark it on let's do the 18th and the 19th. Will be another development for Nancy. Well, we've been before. Yeah. Yeah, because they rise. Arizona rises at a 254, so that's going to be coming on the 20th as well. So it'll be the weekend. It'll be that weekend. Let me look. Hold on. It'll be that weekend. So I want us to be really, really watching, paying attention on the 17th, because the 17th is when it will really pick up. We haven't gotten to the lunar node of fate with the 628 just yet, but we are going to see a major transformation with Mike Feldman. Maybe he'll put out another post or something like that. This 1717 is definitely an expansion with Mexico. We're going to see that with Mexico. There's a shakeup with California. There is going to be, limits and obstacles with nanos. There's that 419 with the connection. Okay, so this is 10 p.m. By 10 p.m. Friday night, we should see a lot going on within this family dynamic with Mexico. And then Uranus is on its way to shake up where Tommaso has been before. And it's a 2941 in Taurus, which is the same degree that Israel has in their natal chart as well. Man, I see the war machines too. There's so much going on in April. It's crazy. Crazy. There's going to be a station with a lot of emotion with that 352 Vulcanus, a lot of emotion. 1318. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So the flame of life is going to come and oppose Mexico. Their 1804 is going that it connects to. Well, for Mexico, it's in Virgo. So the flame of life is going to come and oppose things of the past with Mexico. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. And there's going to be a breakup with two people with communications about Nancy because that 435 is her Pluto in Leo. There's going to be a breakup with communications about Nancy. So you heard it first here, guys. You heard it first here. Interesting. And I'm going to be keeping my eye on Dominic. Dominic. This 2951 is there's a justice here with the communications with Tommaso. We're getting, I feel like, I still don't know. We're definitely going to learn some things about Nancy. We'll be learning some things about Nancy and her health. Oh, shoot, right there. Double whammy right there. The ascendant will be 435, and so will Selena. So we're going to learn something first. We'll first learn something by 3 p.m. on Friday, and then it picks it up. It picks up. Limits and obstacles big time with nanos. There's the Mercury. Mercury is going to be communicating. There's going to be media attention on Colorado. On Colorado, and it's intense. Very intense. Hmm. Colorado. Let me look at the map. Turn off these addresses. Let me just look at Tommaso for a second because I feel like I can use his lunar nodes right here. This is his north node in Scorpio, south node. This is where we're gonna get it. We're gonna see a shakeup. Let's go down. Let's go ahead and turn Annie off. And I haven't looked at William just yet. Hold on. This is what's going to be shaken up. Let me turn on the addresses. Taco Bell cups. Huh. Taco Bell. That is definitely a Gemini. Let's see. We're going to go into Colorado, I think, with this line. Oh, we're going into New Mexico for sure. New Mexico is going to be pulling that 628 that he has with the lunar nodes of fate. Collins Aerospace. Collins Aerospace. I mean, it could be anything else, but okay. And then the North Node. Let's go back down. Let's look at his nodes because they're gonna be prominent. That's CarMax, the Hyundai Sales and Service, Watson Chevrolet. So that is going to be about the evidence that would be found in the vehicle. Evidence that would be found in the vehicle. Anything that is found in that vehicle, because this is where they took the car to. They took Tommy and Annie's car to there. So Watson Chevrolet, there we go. That's what's going to be shaken up, I think. Okay. Pretty much that's what it's gonna be. Yeah. I mean, we could even go into Mexico with it, but, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be about his car. Let's see, I'm getting a text. Hold on, guys. Something about 5th grade teacher. Yeah, I don't so I don't know where Dominic where he works, but if anybody does find out, let me know where he teaches, okay? Let me know where he teaches because this is definitely gonna matter. Let's see. It's gonna matter on the map, you know what I mean? This is definitely gonna matter. This is where the Oracle, Oro Valley, okay, but this is where he works. This is where Tommaso teaches, and I hear that it could be where Dominic's wife is also there. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. I did get the text, but you're not, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I'm looking for where Dominic works. Dominic, where he works. So if anybody knows where he works, let me know. Let me know. All right, so let's go back here. So we're going to see a lot of things picking up on the 17th of April. Definitely. And I'll be keeping you guys, we've got some time. I'll be keeping you guys updated like I have been. But the weight is going to come back over Mike Feldman and Hillary Clinton on April 24th. And that 1804 that connects with Dominic, that connects with Mexico, is showing up. And that's going to be Friday, April 24th. All right. So just letting you know. It's a big time period for Dominic, for Mike Feldman, and the Clintons. Miss Clinton, sure enough. And then there's going to be a relationship that's going to come to Savannah, and that's going to come with Mexico Monday. It's about a relationship from the past, from Mexico, from Mexico. It's about 2 a.m. Monday morning, and you can see that Saturn is now at the 844. So the lunar nodes of fate with Mike Feldman, Saturn is going to slow him down. And the 1701 is going to be in transit as well. So it's interesting that Mike and Dominic are showing up together, just like they did yesterday. They just keep showing up together. But then look, here's Mexico with the 1824. It's about the sixth house of health, the everyday. And then look, we have Colorado there once again. We have Colorado again. Colorado just keeps showing up as well. So where the FBI is rising, they are descending going into Colorado. They descend here with relationships that have to do with war, warring, anything that has to do with warring in Colorado. Colorado Springs, there's Collins Airspace, Newmont Corporation, Buckley Space Force Base, Lockheed Martin. Lockheed, interesting. Make this a members? Why would I make this a members live? Dominic Quail Run Elementary. Why would I make this a members live? Elite gender inversion. I don't know. I don't know, guys. So I'm gonna look at this because I can't I can't express it enough that there is something here with Mike Feldman and his relationship with Dominic. There's a fate with the past relationship with, let me go back. That was William. Let's look at William. William Hubie. 13, 14. Let me go back. 24th. That's the day. Okay, let's look. Mm. 6:52. No, it's April 27th, 427. Okay, let me write that down too. Geez. 427. Go ahead and save it. Because that's where Mike Feldman is going to have limits and obstacles. Limits and obstacles. Big time. 1417. So the dark moon will have already went over Annie. The dark moon, the disordered aggression is going over Annie. And look, there's that 1919 once again. Miss Thing just keeps showing up. Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay. That's all. I mean, that's what I wanted to show you guys because this energy with Sonora, Mexico is definitely about Charles Guthrie. This is where he was mining and he allegedly died of a heart attack. So the weekends, um, let's see, the weekend of the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th, and then the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. But really, the 27th. I feel like the 27th is going to be the day. We'll just have to see. And as each of these come, as each of these come, just like, the FBI was in transit right here yesterday. This is where they were in transit here. So, what is the opposition? It's going up here. It's going up here. There's Chris Nanos. Oh, there's so much. Again, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I don't know that Nancy will ever be found. I don't know if she'll ever be found. She's got that. Yeah, write that down, guys. I don't know because it's such a conspiracy. And just like McCaslin doesn't want to be found. That's what his wife said. I can't wait to go live and show you his. But and I'll be picking my lives up again. I've just been taking a little break, just trying to ground myself. Um, because there's just so much going on in the world that just like tonight, we've got this deadline. We've got Artemis too, supposedly coming back. Don't know how that's going to work itself out. There's so much. There's just so much negativity. There's so much that is going on, and I feel like we all need to just get outside and just ground ourselves. And so that's what I've been doing, working in the garden, hanging out with the chickens, hanging out with Jeff, composting, doing our thing. But I did want to come on today and say, hey, I haven't forgotten about Nancy. It's just this stuff that is coming out right now. The wisdom holder is Dominic. That's who it is. It's the wisdom holder is Dominic or Utah. His connection with Utah. And if anybody knows where he works, I know his addresses. If anybody knows where he works, send it to me. Send it to jennifertjennings@gmail.com. All right. So, did you get to watch Future? Yes, I did. I did watch that. I thought I emailed you back. I'm sorry if I didn't. I thought I did. But yes, I did. But the map, I work with the map, and the maps don't lie. The map's just not going to lie. It's going to tell us the story. And Sonora, Mexico is one that area has to do with Mr. Guthrie all day long. So I find it interesting that that's where they said that Nancy was, or that where she could be found. I don't know that Nancy will ever be found because her disappearance is a conspiracy. The 26 Taurus degree is a conspiracy, just like with McCaslin. 26 Taurus. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if that's for real or not. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. Really appreciate your time and attention. Looking at the map, looking, at the astrology. I would have maybe stayed on another hour or so longer, but I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out and ground. Oh, thank you, Shauna. You're such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. Tonight is supposed to be the night that, all hell breaks loose in Iran. And the warring, if you haven't watched the video that I just put out about this critical time period with Uranus and Taurus, I wish you would. I wish you guys would, because at least you can be aware that this energy is just, there's nothing we can do about it except express it in the best way that we can, you know? So while Uranus is critical in Taurus, grounding, doing something to prepare for a shortage in food is a good idea. Okay? It's a great idea. Even if nothing were to happen, it's a great idea because at least you are preparing yourself. We just got to ride the wave. That's right. No fear, just preparedness. Awareness, right? Awareness is key. So, but thank you, Shauna. That is so generous of you. You're just so generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And if you can, if you haven't been able to watch this live into its entirety, watch it. And for those of you that are watching it later, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Um, yeah, I mean, I know exactly what Trump is threatening. I mean, it's awful. It's awful, awful. But this is we've just got to ride the wave. We can't do anything about it. This is a fated time. We are fated with all of it. Just like Dominic was the wisdom holder. Mike Feldman on the 24th is going to be limited. He's going to be limited with his work. And I didn't even pull up Larry Summers, but I feel like I'm just redundant when I say the same things over and over again. This energy is going to come. It's going to come over them. And is the law enforcement doing anything or not? I mean, are they doing something or not to help find Nancy, or they know where Nancy's at and they're just doing whatever they can to deflect? You know what I mean? I wonder. I wonder. Oh, Jackie, thank you so much. Thank you, sweetheart. You're so generous. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you guys for being here and supporting the channel. Really appreciate you guys. Yes, thank you, Jackie. Y'all are so good. Y'all are just so sweet. But the thing is we just got to keep on going. Just keep on going and excuse me, and hope and pray that whatever it is that is coming for us, we just know that we can this too shall pass. It's going to pass. It's just as it passes, it just may not feel all that great, you know? Um, just may not feel all that great. And I may be back on tonight. I may be back on tonight after the sun goes down and do a little astrology live about the war with Iran and just do a live astrology, maybe pull some cards or something, you know? So look for me later tonight. I may not give a whole lot of notice before I go live. All right. So until my next live, until my next video, guys, peace out. Have a good one.